We are back now with some tough news to share about longtime anchor and investigative reporter Kurtis Ming. Of course, many of you sitting at home right now know him as Call Kurtis. Well, after more than 2 decades, Kurtis has decided to leave CBS Sacramento. And of course, we are so grateful for his commitment, for his contributions that he has made over the decades to this station and to you, the viewers.
Kurtis's career here has been marked by so many achievements. We want to take the next several minutes now to thank him for all the fantastic work he's done here on your behalf.
I knew I wanted to be a reporter in 1989 when the Loma Prieta earthquake happened. And it was at that moment I said, hey, I want to be the guy who people can rely on. That was the catalyst for me getting into the business, was that earthquake.
And it was the catalyst that led to a career of service.
Reporting live tonight in the newsroom, I'm Kurtis Ming. Reporting live at the Capitol tonight, I'm Kurtis Ming. Reporting live tonight in Calaveras County, I'm Kurtis Ming. Guys, we're here at the assignment desk.
Kurtis got his start in a different newsroom than most, his South San Francisco bedroom.
We will be keeping a close watch.
I had a sheltered childhood.
We'll bring you all information next on KLVR 13.
I set up the set because I knew what I wanted to do.
So stay tuned.
So I talked my way into TV stations just to get behind the scenes and see what was going on. And this station was the nicest station.
Government officials to decide.
And as a kid, I just said, this is the station where I want to work.
I think that the joke is that Kurtis Ming came out of the womb ready for television.
Deborah, you say you're a psychic.
Yes.
You didn't see this coming?
Owns
Can I
it.
have
Your
the name
mom
of the
owns it. How's that for you?
My mom owns the shop.
Your mom owns the shop.
Thrill it? Oh.
How's it going? Good. I'm Kurtis Ming from Channel 13. How are you?
My first official TV job was at KGO TV in the Bay Area. I worked at that station's consumer unit, working behind the scenes, and that was really my first taste at helping people and advocating for viewers.
After that, it was stops in Redding and Reno,
City, Kurtis Ming, Channel 2 News.
before ultimately coming to his dream station, CBS Sacramento.
Well, Paul, police now say this crash was no accident, but instead a deliberate act to kill someone.
We have to go back 20 years, and it was, Kurtis was a reporter back then, but his first day as an anchor, he was called to the anchor desk. It was on a weekend, and we were sitting there. He was so nervous. He was sweating. He had his glasses on, and we could hear the director, 10, 9, 8, and I went, Kurtis, and he goes, what, Hanson? I said, don't mess this up. I don't think I used those exact words. He went on the air, and you know what? He never did mess it up.
When I came here, I think it was maybe only a few years after Kurtis had gotten here, but I felt like he was like cemented in this community and in this newsroom.
Kurtis reported on some of the biggest stories of our time, both here at home.
Behind me here is the Hall of Justice, and this is where Scott Peterson's fate will be decided.
Thanks to our own Kurtis Ming.
And across the country. In 2005, he lived out of a car, even hitchhiked to cover Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, where he reunited a man with his mother who lived in Elk Grove.
Devastating. Your mom's in Sacramento. She'll probably be watching this. What would you want to tell your mom?
We love you and we're all right.
Literally for her life.
Kurtis has reported from places like Thailand,
hazard zone,
Korea,
or the bridge of no return.
Samoa,
how large the earthquake is.
New Zealand.
People running for their lives.
But some of the work he's best known for.
Call Kurtis,
They now have the social security numbers of billions of Americans.
We call him Kurtis Ming.
We call him Kurtis Ming.
You know, I always feel like any reporter, it's investigative journalism if you're going out and asking questions. But, you know, I always like the idea of being able to use that position to be able to cut through the garbage that the people at home were dealing with to get results for them.
And he did.
Every day when I worked with Kurtis, that was our #1 goal all the time. How can we help our viewers?
On her credit card.
There's something fishy here.
He wakes up in the morning and he's thinking about serving our community, helping folks, always leading, you know, with his heart and trying to do his best to make sure that he can help someone out of a bad situation.
Just to show how far I would go for Kurtis, I got spit on 3 times.
Don't touch the camera.
And that's when he spits on our photographer.
You touch the camera out of his face.
Since 2006, Kurtis has helped thousands of people, getting millions of dollars of their hard-earned money returned.
The Call Kurtis franchise came along and it just took off with it and ran with it. And I loved how sometimes just the mere mention of Call Kurtis would get the company to do the right thing. You know, I'm going to call Kurtis. Oh, okay, well, you will get your money back after all.
When you look up just the YouTube Call Kurtis, story after story after story, he's looking to help people, and he doesn't give up.
Every time he comes in the door, he's looking to help the viewer.
When I think about what Kurt has done, I mean, I said it in a promo a couple years ago. He's changed laws and he's changed lives. He's changed laws, he's changed lives.
From a federal investigation into Walmart gift receipts brought on by then-Senator Barbara Boxer.
Thanks to the work of a CBS TV station in Sacramento, California.
Going undercover to stop a group claiming to cure diseases like AIDS.
Cancel.
And an investigation into a doctor with a drinking problem, leading the state to get rid of a secret program that failed to protect patients. Kurtis found he left cancer patients with infections that kept them from getting the chemo they needed.
Dr. West? Kurtis Ming from CBS 13. How are you? Had a question for you.
But he couldn't have done it.
Remember these names, Becky Anderson?
Without the help of a team of volunteers just as dedicated to serving the community as he is, the Call Kurtis volunteers.
So I contacted him and said it just doesn't look good. Our viewer doesn't feel like he got a fair shake, and so they went ahead and gave him a refund.
You know, it's always a great feeling to be able to help somebody in need.
It was a family that had his back because they believed in him, and he gave them the tools they needed to be instruments in the community to create change in a way that I don't think is happening in any other part of the nation.
I just, hey Kurtis, I got a problem. Okay, what is it? And he helps instantly. I mean, even when he's busy, he had no problems with stopping, you know, whatever he was doing.
But I can't thank you enough for all that you taught me during those stressful breaking news situations, to digging in the right areas just to get the answers for people at home. It's hard to find somebody who truly flies the journalism flag, and I thank you so much for doing that.
He's always been a great friend and a great journalist.
I think that the highest calling in this business is
I said no.
to aim to serve our community and to do it in a way that is consistent and
doesn't the public deserve
holds people accountable. And Kurtis Ming met that mark.
Some might call it passion, some might call it obsession, but it was a dream to walk in the door here that first day, and it's amazing that I've been here for more than 20 years.
So with that, we say thank you, Kurtis. I mean, he has been a mainstay here, and it's been a tough week here in the newsroom because sometimes change is expected, sometimes it's unexpected, and no one saw this coming, but he has decided to take another road, and we honor him for everything that he's done here.
And just for those of you watching right now, as heartbroken, we just are right there with you, feeling that pain and feeling that loss. It's definitely going to be felt here in the newsroom. Marley and I have been saying this all week. He is the standard that we held ourselves to.
He sure is. And, you know, I know that a lot of us have learned so much from him. We're going to take that forward. Not a dry eye in the newsroom. I don't think so right now, because we certainly will miss Kurtis for sure.
Speaking of taking it forward, I want to tell our viewers, we're going to miss him immensely, but we are not going to lose our focus of the work he's done and continue to carry it for you. So still have problems with your consumer issues? Still call us. We have a team still ready for you. We are still working for you as a community, and that's so important. So his legacy will live on, but our work is not done here, and we appreciate everything that he has done, and we've learned a thing or two from him over the years, and we'll provide you with that and more.